Hello, everyone. I'm back. I've been waiting for the Superman banner to end to see which hero will appear next in DC Dark Legion. I was hoping they would bring back some of the older heroes this way so I could make a video comparing three banners. But since that didn't happen, today I'll talk about the two banners we do have, Hawkgirl and Superboy. Honestly, I think most of you already know which one to choose, but I figured you'd still want to hear my analysis, so I made this video anyway. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so to support me and stay tuned for more awesome videos. All right, let's get into it. First, let's do a quick overview of these two heroes. I'll only go over their skills briefly to save your time. If you want a more detailed breakdown, I've already made full reviews for them, and I'll leave the links in the comments. Let's start with Superboy. He's a special support hero, mainly designed to assist Supergirl by boosting her attack and lowering the enemy's defense, which greatly increases her damage output. But if you don't have Supergirl, don't worry. He will still support the highest damage dealer on your team, just like most other supports. In terms of boosting attack, Superboy might be the best support for the Superman family. However, when it comes to supporting mixed teams, he falls behind compared to Flash. That said, Flash is melee and often gets knocked out early, while Superboy has the advantage of reducing incoming physical damage and attacking from range, allowing him to survive much longer. The downside of most support heroes is low damage, and Superboy is no exception. His attack buff scales based on his own attack and stacks up to 3 times, so he needs to stay alive for a while to maximize the buff for allies. If you're looking for quick results, he won't be that effective early game, especially since your opponents will often use Constantine and other heavy hitters that can wipe your team in a single ultimate. So if you're not running a Superman team, I wouldn't recommend picking him. Next, let's talk about Hawkgirl. She's well known for her ability to pull enemies toward her, which helps allies escape dangerous situations and also makes opponents more vulnerable to area of effect attacks. This is especially useful since some AoE heroes don't have a very wide attack range. Hawkgirl can also heal herself based on the damage she deals. Combined with her AoE attacks, which, as mentioned, aren't too wide, this gives her better survivability. Her biggest weakness is that she relies heavily on the Bird of Prey faction. As I've mentioned in previous videos, at the moment, the Bird of Prey lineup is mostly just Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn being widely used, while the rest are rarely seen. Honestly, if you like Hawkgirl as a character, pick her for that reason. But if you're aiming for strength, I wouldn't recommend her, as there are far better heroes who are also completely free, like Shazam, Bane, or Wonder Woman. At least they play the Guardian role well, soaking up enemy damage, something Hawkgirl can't do. Her pull ability is both an advantage and a disadvantage. It gathers enemies, but it can also cause her to get taken out before she even uses her ultimate. So if you need a tank, she's not the one. And if you need a strong damage dealer, she doesn't fill that role well either. In short, unless you're picking her out of personal preference, it's better to skip her. All right, now let's take a look at the remaining time for these banners. Superboy's banner still has 8 days left, while Hawkgirl's banner will be around for another 22 days. So if you're planning to get both heroes, prioritize Superboy first. Once you have him at 2 blue stars, you can either go for Hawkgirl or save your anvils for the next banner. Another strategy is to save your anvils until the very last day of Superboy's banner. In my experience, the drop rate for Mythic heroes usually feels higher on the final day. And the higher your Mythic drop rate, the sooner Mythic Plus heroes will start appearing. I've used this method myself and managed to get Supergirl to 1 purple star and Superman to 1 purple star as well. I might go for Superboy next to complete the white star setup and make a guide about him. After that, I'll wait for the last day again to use anvils on him. Who knows? I might end up with a full Superman family team of purple stars. Now let's talk about the strong Mythic heroes you have a 50% chance to get when drawing from these two banners. This part is pretty important to me because when both featured heroes are weak, These three mythic options can be the deciding factor on whether you should pull or not. First, let's look at Hawkgirl's banner.
I am
The three mythic
Aquaman.
heroes here are Aquaman, Harley Quinn, and Black Canary. Aquaman is very useful in many situations thanks to his
I
vortex
am
skill,
Aquaman.
which pulls all enemies to the center. This disrupts enemy formations and prevents them from attacking effectively. He also has another control skill that traps a single enemy in a water bubble. While his damage isn't very high, his crowd control makes him extremely valuable. Harley Quinn was very popular in the early game, but as time went on, she started appearing less frequently, not because she's weak, but because stronger warriors have been released over time. Black Canary, on the other hand, is extremely weak. I've tested her many times and found that she's nearly useless in almost every situation I could think of. Now let's talk about the Superboy banner. The three mythic heroes here are Flash, Two-Face, and Raven. I probably don't even need to explain how useful and popular these three are. Flash is extremely strong if you want to play fast and finish battles quickly, especially when paired with a massive AoE damage hero like Constantine. Two-Face specializes in bleeding effects and lowering the enemy's spiritual defense, making him an excellent partner for spiritual damage heroes. Lastly, Raven is one of the top healing supports in DC, Dark Legion. Her greatest strength is that when she uses her ultimate, her healing is guaranteed since she can't be interrupted by enemy attacks during the cast. This makes her stand out compared to other healers who can be defeated mid-heal. Her main weakness, however, is that she cannot heal herself directly. She only heals through damage dealt, and her damage is naturally low as a support hero. This means she can be taken down easily if enemies focus on her. Even though only Flash directly supports the Superman family, the other two are also incredibly strong, making this banner well worth your investment. Overall, all four heroes in this banner are valuable. So between Hawkgirl and Superboy, I definitely recommend going for Superboy. As for me personally, I'll definitely pick up both heroes, partly for content and partly for some specific situations where they might come in handy. However, I'll probably only raise Hawkgirl to 5 white stars, while I'll aim to max out Superboy as much as possible. I also want to collect more stars for Raven, so I'll focus on the Superboy banner first. How about you guys? Let me know in the comments below. I'll also leave detailed links for each hero down there, so check them out if you want a deeper look and to help support the channel. Thanks for watching.